I don't know how I survived, because I think the God was there and he saved me.
Ashish Vijay, the proud owner of the world's most expensive, fancy red diamond, as well as green, blue, pink, and yellow diamonds. Founder of Dubai-based gems and jewelry company. Story of becoming Ashish Vijay.
From second floor, we fell down to the garden, and everybody was very scared. But when they saw me down, I was just sitting in the garden playing with the grass. And then our gardener came running, and he picked me up and he was like, I'm absolutely fine. So that is one of the things I always remember, that God will save me. When I'll fall, he'll give me wings to fly. So my father was born in Delhi. He has seen life from all levels, and he has seen right from the streets to the palace. He mentors me, and whenever there is some issue, some problems, I take his advice and consultation. He had a great reputation with his clients, trusting him blindly, and that was something I've never seen. And my father was always very introvert, and he was never a funny guy. He was never a funny gentleman. And people used to say that never laughing Vijay, but always honest. That kind of reputation he has. While I was growing up, I saw my family, my father, everybody was working hard, and I also continued working like that. And because I have a passion for stones, I have passion for my business, I have passion of developing relations through this business. And I never feel that I'm working hard. I can work 24 hours, but I just feel so happy about it. So as soon as my school finished, I was searching for something to do, as all young people want to do, and make some money, be successful. There was like a lot of energy to do something. I tried a lot of different things. So one thing which I tried was, as soon as the internet just started on that. So some of our family friends, one of my family friends shifted to USA. And I was just talking to him on Yahoo Chat. I think those days Yahoo Chat was very famous. And he was like, we have a lot of demand for rice, Indian rice in America. So I said, okay, I'm going to get you rice. I'm going to get you everything. I'm going to get you samples. The price he asked me was very cheap. I didn't know that time that I can't buy that price in India also. But I said, okay, I'll try. I was searching, going to the factories, going to the wholesale markets of rice, and traveling everywhere, going to the government departments, because those days it was quota in India for rice from APEDA. It was a government organization, and they used to give quota for exporting rice. So I went to all the organizations, and I realized it is not such an easy process to export rice. A lot of my friends told me, you are a man of ideas, because I had nothing to offer except ideas. In those days, ideas were not such great value like today. Said like, Ashish, we don't want to talk to you because you just have ideas. I used to say, yeah, but my ideas are great. But then eventually these people come in today and tell me that you have done something. And when I collected everything, I said that to our family friend, I said, listen, I'm going to export you this rice. I'm going to send you these samples, see if you like them. The reply never came back. Then I asked my father one time what happened, I sent rice. He didn't reply me already 2 months. My father said he must have cooked and eaten them. Then that was the first lesson of my life, that be sure of what you want to do and whom you want to. This process showed me a lot of experiences. In this whole process, I met one of my uncles also. So I asked my father, I need a help for exporting and all that. So one of my uncles was very good in these. He has done the export before. So I went to him and I said can you help me to export this rice? So he looked at my face, and there were 10-20 people sitting around, and I was like a small young boy who just doesn't know anything, just trying to explore and do something in life, went to him and asked. He was like, listen, you're a useless fellow. Get away from here. You don't know what you're doing and you can't do it also. You have so much of time that you're useless. And that was like a biggest kick that my ego got, because honestly, I was useless. I also know I'm useless because I'm trying to do something, and I've just come out of the school, and so I couldn't say him that no, I'm not, because I was just trying, and out of respect also, but humiliation between so many people triggered ego in me that I want to do something in life. So I thank him also today, that if he wouldn't have said those things, I wouldn't be today here. So thanks to all those people who triggered this ego in me and triggered me to become successful. One thing I have realized in my life, there is no point of complaining. You have to move on to the next steps. Choose people very wisely. Otherwise, unsuccess will choose you. So my mother is my spiritual mentor. She's someone who has given me a lot of inspiration in spirituality, in being not a greedy person, being very honest. When you are a great business person and you're still very honest and you think about others and you're responsible, you are an inevitable businessman. You will do a great job. And relationships that you'll make with people will love you for what you are. So I think my mother is a very important part in my business life. And she has more better relations with my clients than me sometimes. A scenario from like what people do it in 10 years, she did it in 2 years. Because I saw her growing up in business. She came in the business with us, and today she advises us. My father put me in 3 different kinds of job. One, because he had different friends, chartered accountant, travel agency, there was one more gentleman who used to work in railways. So I used to do in one day job in 3 places, no salary. There was no question of salary, there was no money, nothing. I was only going to get knowledge. That developed my character very strong, that when I want to learn something, it is not about money. Knowledge is important, more important than money. Until today, I don't work for money. Money is not my first priority. My priority is knowledge, relationship, and taking care of things that I'm responsible for. If you focus on one, you will receive everything. And if you focus on everything, you will not even receive one. My father itself, when I was very young, he always encouraged me to do different business. Until today also, he always encourages me to. But there's always one thing that was very clear, that I will learn my family business. I will do it or I will not do it, it's not the question. It's always good to have the knowledge of the family business and take the legacy, carry on the legacy. Same thing I say my son and my children. Learn the business, doing or not doing is up to you. I have an elder sister. She's taking active part in the business and a lot of responsibilities. She's like my backbone. I'm always consulting with her whenever we're making some important decisions. I have a younger brother, and he is very good in his approach towards diamonds. He's very educated. We buy rough diamonds and from different parts of the world, and then we polish them, and then we make them into the jewelry. So it's a long process. And this needs a lot of different levels of professionalism. With this, me and my brother works very well. And my father supervises everything, if we don't make any mistakes. My relationship with my clients, that is very strong, because I take care of them. We make them family. They have become a part of my family. Recently, I bought one stone from one gentleman, and recently on my 40th birthday, he was telling me, Ashish, the time I saw you first time, you were a mosquito, and you have turned to become an elephant. Seeing behind the picture. Everybody sees the picture, But when you get wisdom to see what is behind the picture, then you start realizing things. Because those things that you can't hear, you can't see, but you have to understand them. And then you start improving on your skills of understanding people, intentions of the people. Because intentions of the people are not on their faces, it is behind them. So past experiences, bad experiences with people helped me getting better. And you can never say anybody is perfect. I'm still learning. Still I find somebody great, a great magician who will teach a new lesson. In my free time, I'm generally playing golf because I love that sport very much. It's a great balance between my mind and my physical being. I'm not fighting with somebody else, I'm just trying to improve my own skills by myself. Somebody who just wants to learn golf and take the club and just go to the golf course and start hitting, it will be very difficult, almost impossible to become successful in it, because you need guidance. People who are not getting successful or who wants to achieve something and they're not reaching where they want, they need to do some more learning, education and knowledge. A lot of people don't have patience to understand wise words. So experience has its own language, because experienced person, when they want to guide you, they might not come out with the whole story which you want to understand. So you have to trust in a wise man whom you have chosen and go by it, rather than every time coming back and showing your distrust in and you don't believe in what they're saying. They end up losing those people. If I have to ask something to God, I can ask them to give me a good mentor or a guru who can guide me more better, because you make less mistakes, and as many less mistakes you make, that much successful you are. In those days also, again, my biggest loss started when I bought in my first trip stones. I met a guy who was same age like me, very nice. He was like, you're my brother, you're my friend, this. My father gave me a very limited amount of money. It was like full economical trip. Those days when I started my business. So I bought good more than what my father gave me money. And I told them, listen, I asked my father more money and we'll pay you. So this guy, I said, listen, I am staying in a hotel, you have a house. These goods I have bought from the market. Just keep it with you. I'll take it from you tomorrow. Can you believe, I came next day. He told me all the goods are lost. Everything was lost. Money is gone, and all 1 month which I was walking and running and sweating and trying to deal with so difficult people who are professionals and I am not so professional, negotiating with them, everything gone away in one night. I was like, how did you lose it? He said, somebody stole it from my stuff. He jumped out of the window and took the goods and ran away. I lost everything. Then all the people in the trade started coming to me and asking like, Ashish, where's the goods? Give our payment, give money, give our payment. I said, listen guys, this is the situation. Please, okay, I will pay all your money, but at least, try to give me a better price, because here everything is lost. So some agreed, some did not agree. We had to close this chapter. We paid to everybody. Like this, I have so many experiences which have made me strong. When you're clever, you want to change the entire world. And when you become wiser, you want to change yourself. I try to get the best people in the world for such all jobs. So we buy the stones from the best mining company. Now the designer himself would be like very important designer. But it's not necessary for me that everybody should work in my company. Because very creative people, very successful people, might not work for you. They might just work for their creativity, for themselves. When you're doing a job, you are just focused on one thing. But when you are doing business, you have to be right from the watchman to the owner of the business. Business is a whole group of activities. It is not one thing. So to make a great business, you need at each level, at each point, a great professional to do it. One of my favorite stones is ruby, red color. It's a very energetic stone. Red gives me fire. I always relate stones with chakras. The root chakra, which is like the energetic chakra, is red color, and ruby gives that energy to me. And so as the blue color, it has something divine in it. It gives me a good blue, gives me a lot of energy. So I think red diamond has been one of the most expensive stones that I think everybody knows. Red diamond is red diamonds are one of the most rarest stones. But I have a special passion for alexandrites, which was on the Russian Tsar's name. It's a very unique and special stone. It has a different energy. It changes color with the lights. I think it is very close to my heart, alexandrites. We don't buy everything. We are very focused on the quality. We don't want to compromise with the quality. I'm always focused that our quality should be number one in the sense of clarity, cut, color. Because when quality is long remembered than the price, a client can take a stone from me after 100 years or 50 years. When they open, they might not remember the price, but they will remember the quality. They'll see and they say, this was the best one, which somebody bought in our family. It is my fate, it's my destiny, but yes, it is my choice. Definitely my choice to be in that business, because I enjoy, love, I have passion towards the stones. And I have passion for growing my relationship with the people I deal. If I will say how many people you have in your life you can trust blindly, apart from your family, blood, I think if we can get one or two, we are rich enough. Blind trust is something very rare. So I have realized that nothing is mine. Not even it was before, not now, and even after 25 years. There is nothing that is mine. So when you have nothing, the only thing that you have is happiness. So I'm happy.